Right now I'm making this as my noodles boil. Multitasker award of the year. This guy. So, yesterday I went to Jostens. And what's Jostens? You might be asking yourself. Well, it's a leadership conference. Yeah, basically you just go with your leadership class from your school and you kind of just show off your school spirit and your leadership skills, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Our theme this year was Be the Hero, so we dressed up as superheroes and we wore our spirit gear and all that stuff. So I kind of brought my camera with me, and this happened first. So we are at Jostens Leadership Conference. Yeah, let's do it. And then we had a speaker, and his name was Johan, and I'll put his Twitter in the bottom, and he was wonderful. This is what he had to say.
Right? So then I see the water, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go for it right now, right? So I start running towards the water, a little Baywatch moment. How's good? Hey, how you doing? All right, hey, how's that? So I kind of like semi-diving, doggy paddle type thing going on. And I start to like move forward, right? But as I start to move forward, there's something that moves in the water.
No.
Right? And I'm like, what in the world? Like, you know, I never seen something like that in a fire hydrant, right? You know? And I'm like, oh, I know what that is. It's a jellyfish, right? So I've heard stories about jellyfish, like if you get stung by a jellyfish,
you gotta pee on
first of all, you messed up, but then somebody gotta pee on you, right? And I was like, I'm not about to have an R. Kelly moment right here on the beach, you know? How many of us are unwilling to move into the deep because we'd rather settle for a shallow existence? See, for so many of us, we're afraid of failure. We're afraid of danger. We're afraid of risk. We're afraid of uncertainty. And these next few years of your life, as a matter of fact, much of life is filled with uncertainty. Much of life is filled with a lack of answers. And as you push forward, are we all willing to push into the deep? Because many times that's where life is. I have to ask this question. See, do you guys think for yourselves, or do you allow other people to think for you?
deep.
The values that you have, the meaning that you've placed on life, on relationships, does that come from you or does that come from another? But it was because of some of those choices that the Tyra Banks show asked me to come on the show. And so I did my first show, and then the second show was, after I did my first show, they're like, Johan, we want you to come back for the second show. And the name of the second show was Tyra Plays Cupid. So they tried to hook me up on a date. So I was on a chair like this, and Tyra came, and she was on a chair, and she had like a couple question cards, and then these girls come marching out, you know, they're kind of walking out doing their thing. And, you know, sometimes they have the show with like the wall covering the people, and you can't see them, and you have to ask questions. Contestant number one, tell me your name, where you from? How you doing? My name is Sheila, and I'm from Boston. You know, contestant number two, where you from? Hey, how you doing? My name's Stacy. You know that first dates, awkward, right? They're kind of awkward, right? You want to have your best face on and say, hey, how you doing? You know, you look so pretty today, whatever. And you want to say the right things. Imagine going on a first date with a camera in your face. And so basically, I go to the producer. I was like, all right, first of all, you need to understand something about me. Okay, like this is not a joke. This is serious, first and foremost. Like I'm not playing any games. I can't swim. Okay, so I am not going to the ocean. You know, I'm not going to the swimming pool. I'll go to the fire hydrant. We can hang out, you know, but we're not gonna handle any of that. And she's like, you know, no, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fun. Well, hopefully too, you understand. Like, I just tell you a little bit about myself. Like, you know, I try to live a certain life. My values, my standards are pretty high. I'm not gonna do anything that's degrading towards women or like, you know, anything that's questionable in terms of her being in the bikini. She's like, oh no, don't even worry about it. It's gonna be fun. And I have this moment, right, to myself where I'm like, I have to make this decision. Am I gonna go into this place that I know I disagree with, that I know is gonna make me compromise who I wanna be, the values that I have, the person that I am? Or Or am I gonna stand firm and say no and potentially lose this opportunity because I'm being paid $500 to be on the Tyra Banks show. It's my second time on television, right? They could say, we're not gonna air the show, we're not gonna give you the money. Or I could lose my credibility as a person, as a speaker, and just be a hypocrite. So I take a deep breath, and I look at Alexis and I say, I'm not going in. And she's like, what? Well, why not? And I said, you know what, to be honest with you, like, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to lose credibility, you know, like, and I kind of broke down, like, the value that I have, and she was like, you know what, I'm not going in either. Then the producer comes in, she's like, all right, let's go in. And I was like, I'm not going in. And she's like, what? I don't even want to deal with you. She leaves, she comes back with the telephone. And it's Tamika, who's another producer, and she says, here, talk to Tamika. I was like, okay. I'm on the phone, and she's like, Johan, what seems to be the problem? And at this point, I feel like I'm a diva, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, Tamika, I ain't going in, it ain't gonna happen. I told her the same thing that I told Alexis. I said, and plus, I'm not gonna go into a place that makes millions, if not billions of dollars objectifying women. It's just not who I am. And she's like, all right, well, we didn't think about it like that, so we'll call you back. So she calls back, and she says, here's the deal. You're gonna go in. Whether you like it or not, you're going in. Because we're wasting time and money on this. But here's what we'll do for you. We won't videotape the name of the place. We'll just videotape what you're doing on the inside, so nobody will know what this place is. We'll just know the activity that we have you participate in. And I said, well, you don't seem to get it, do you? It's not about anybody knowing. It's about me living with myself at the end of the day.
And then we had another speaker, but I didn't record him, but he was great as well. And then we ate lunch, and then we had a little spear competition, and that is this. And then we it was over at like 1 o'clock, and this is what happened. So what did you think?
It was a lot of fun.
I did too. We just got out of Jostens, and it was great. The speakers were wonderful. Okay.
Donate on Hi YouTube.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye. So it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about my leadership skills and what I can do to better my community, to better my school. And I also learned that don't give up on your dreams. Just don't give up ever. Failure is not an option. We got shirts that say that, but my shirt's in my car. So failure is not an option. That is so true. It was just a blast and a half. So yeah, I really I appreciate my leadership class at my high school, and I appreciate my Mr. Smith and Miss White, and I appreciate just what they do for us as a class. So yeah, see you later, alligator. Oh, alligator? We're Decatur Gators. Oh, I'm just, God, I'm good.
Showcase! Go to senior showcase! Really?
Okay.
Hi YouTube!
I have editing skills, and that's very wonderful.